Why is life so bland? It's a question I ask myself often. From the early days of school, to high school, university, and now adulting, which is the longest one of all. Every single one of these stages is rather soul crushing in one way or another. It erases any color that we might have in our life. Let's talk about that. I look around and see everywhere despondent people performing a ritual that's very much like a Groundhog Day nightmare. Always tired, no energy, always seeking cheap distractions or high calorie dense comforts. Solutions that's never going to fix their circumstances. This mundane script seems encoded in so many people's DNA because it seems that they readily accept this with all their being, and in most cases, they defend it vigorously. I realized that this script becomes a part of people's identity, and once you attack someone's identity and you win, you crush everything that makes up their world, which is why they passionately defend this script. If you're watching this video, you might not be different. You might be a hardwired mundane script performer. It's harsh, but on the flip side, this is what actually makes you different. You can change. Anyone and everyone can change. You don't have to resign yourself to an existence that is lifeless and colorless. Your soul blazes far too bright for this sameness. You crave depths of novelty, jolts of stimulation, and new territories, uncharted territories to conquer. Not physical, but mental and spiritual. These propel you into a more fascinating and more interesting version of yourself. There's a kaleidoscope of possibilities open to you. You just have to have the right perspective to see it. To start feeling these jolts of stimulations in your life, you don't need to uproot your life completely or do something radical. You simply need to reconnect with that unbridled, childlike sense of wonder. Sense that society has systematically trained out of you since the moment you were born. It's time to recalibrate your life away from meaningless distractions, meaningless accolades, and break those limits of yours through upskilling, relentless learning, and mental focus. To experience an extraordinary life, you must become skilled at making extraordinary out of the ordinary. Magic, fascination, and rapture are not exclusive to extreme environments, big achievements, or gifted people. They are everywhere, but they only respond to people who are attuned and are sensitive enough to call upon them. Even when you ask people interesting questions, you get interested reactions and attitudes. You will get people's attention and keep it when you get good at observing them. When you become skilled enough at this, you will quickly become everybody's favorite person. It's true. There's a fine line that divides what's interesting and what's dull, and that is within your interpretative mind. If it's starved and trapped in a fog of lethargy, you will see the world as different shades of gray. There will be no color. But when it's fired up and operates at peak capacity, it creates an alchemy of profound insight, heart-pumping significance, and endless paths to explore. Having a vibrant and colorful life, it's almost like a duty that we were secretly given at birth. Those who embrace the nuances of life are able to command attention and inspire cult-like followings. Whether it's natural or because of hard work, their presence is a celebration of a gift of being fully alive. When these type of people speak, they don't just utter words. They create an experience with what they're saying. Their insights create an alchemy in the mind, making them more attractive than the eye and the imagination of the listener. The ability to continuously explore radiates even in the most neglected corners of existence, and this is the foundation to an interesting and intriguing life. When your very presence becomes a vibrant wavelength, you will see how everything aligns for you in real time. Even if things don't appear to go well sometimes, everything will work out in your favor one way or another. This aggressive sense of boundless possibility doesn't need an aggressive shakeup of circumstances. It starts with simply tuning your mind, filtering system to detect all the wonder that is around you in every possible circumstance. Instead of letting your daily routines get boring and stuck in a rut, try to change them up so they bring more fun, more yummy things, and new ways of thinking into your life. Each day is an opportunity to view the world with a fresh perspective that is only up to you. There is an exercise based on the Zen Buddhist concept of a beginner's mind. It encourages you to approach familiar things with a fresh, open, and curious mindset, as if seeing them for the first time. Choose an everyday object or an activity that is typically taken for granted. It can be brushing your teeth, drinking a cup of tea, or interacting with a family member. Observe for a few minutes that activity or that object with a fresh perspective. Try to see what you've never seen before. Notice with curiosity every single part of that object or every part of that activity. Feel the texture, see the shape, shift it in every direction, and look at it with curiosity and try to make connections in your mind that you've never had before. Look at it with fresh eyes and an inquisitive mindset. Ask yourself questions about this, as if you are seeing it for the first time with childlike curiosity and mind. What is it made of? How does it work? Why do we do this? Why do we have this? What purpose does it serve? What's extraordinary or fascinating about this? Allow yourself to wonder and marvel at the complexities or simplicities that you may have overlooked before or taken for granted. Now, the last part of this exercise is to reflect on this exercise and see how it has shifted your perspective towards the object or the activity or the person that you have in front of you. How does it make you feel? Do you appreciate it or value it in a new way? Ask yourself questions all the time. Applying this exercise to various aspects of your life can train your mind to notice and appreciate wonder and beauty in ordinary things. It can help you become more present, more mindful, and receptive to the richness of life that often gets overlooked. This exercise can also foster within you empathy as you approach people with curiosity and openness rather than assumptions and judgments. To live a fully exciting life, it's possible. Just give your mindset a makeover and you will have it, or rather, you will see it. That's it. See you next time.